good morning, my epic peeps. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. I'm here in Connecticut in the northwest corner. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. So I hope wherever you are watching from, either now or during the replay, that you too are experiencing a beautiful day. So my name is Samantha, and I'm coming to you on behalf of EPIC. And EPIC stands for Empowering People and Inspiring Community. And EPIC Tri-County is a multifaceted social media, positive media campaign. We share the mission of collaboration, community, and connection through our print publication, through our digital e-sign, through our social media channels, through advertising and relationships. And today we have a very special epic interview. First, the time is a little different, 9:30. So good morning and thank you for joining us. Two is we're going to look at EPIC and the beautiful lady I'm going to bring forward from a little different perspective. EPIC is about the community. It's for the people, by the people. And a lot of our people are small business owners, are solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and even people who just have that dream tucked down inside of them, waiting for it to be, nurtured and birthed into reality. The lady that I'm going to be introducing today is someone she can help you do that. She can help you do that. I am so grateful. Her name is Caili Elwell, and I met Caili through Teresa Nat, who has a beautiful professional photography business. Her information also can be found on our Facebook page, our website, so you can reach out to Teresa. She's the connector of EPIC and Caili. Caili Elwell is a beautiful woman. When I first was introduced to her, I immediately got the message of holy powerhouse. Okay, she has something to say to this world. She has something to bring to this world. And she does so with such an authentic, honest, and empowering way that I knew immediately she was going to become part of the EPIC tribe. And I want to introduce her to you for so many reasons, to hear her story and to know that she's there to help you create the experience that you're here to create for yourself and your customers. So give me a moment. I'm going to bring this beautiful lady on. Yay, good morning.
Hi. Good morning. What a lovely introduction. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I always, from the heart, that's what this is about, right? Being live, being true, and being authentic. And it is true. When I first met you with Teresa on that Zoom call, I'm thinking, boy, she was awful young. But she's sure packing a punch in this world already. And I'm so grateful that we're able to collaborate. And that is what this whole mission is about.
Absolutely.
Caili Elwell Designs, EPIC, Teresa. It's about connection, collaborating, and community. So I know a little bit about you, and but I want you to share that with our viewers. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you've gotten to this point to today?
Sure. So I am 29 years young and I studied tourism and hospitality management since I was 16 years old, and my family was in that business. So I took to it very early on, and I just absolutely fell in love with the customer experience and customer service and how a business owner can take care of their client. So I went to school for that. And it's been 10 years in the making for me to be my own business owner. It was something I always knew I wanted to do. I worked with several small businesses in between that time. So I graduated in 2013. And I just always wanted to help. I just always wanted to find ways to give back. I mean, I was broke. Like, could not feed myself, but I always found a way. I worked as a waitress and then at night, and then I worked at an aviation company during the day, and on weekends I worked at hair salons, and I just always found a way to immerse myself in whatever community I was part of at the time and really get to know the small business owners. So when COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a small daughter too, she's 19 months. So it was just when COVID hit and I watched so many small businesses that I love and that I cared for fall apart and hurt and close. I said, okay, it's time to do something now. It's been surrounding me for the past, 10 plus years.
Right.
And I've been studying this. It's time for me to now put my gift out and do it full time, and also show my daughter that you can have a life that you dream of and you can help others doing it. So that's
beautiful.
How I got here.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm grateful that you are here. And I'm grateful that you decided to take what many have experienced in the past 8 months or however long with this whole COVID thing. Many experienced it, and yes, businesses closed. But you took this and you looked at it and you said, this is an opportunity. This is the nurturing that your seed needed in order for you to bloom and to bring your beautiful gifts to our community. So how do you do that? Like, what is Caili Elwell Design? Tell us about that.
Sure. So very simply put, I teach small business owners how to build a brand, not just a business. And that's equal parts customer/purchasing psychology mixed with emotion, understanding emotion, and it's helping them package their story into a experience for their customers. So at the end of the day, you can spend all the money you want on social media, on advertising, on whatever it is that you're spending money on, but word of mouth is really where you want to thrive as a small business owner. So that's what I do. I teach you how to tell your story through your brand.
Yep. And that's what E.P.I.C does. We take that story and we share it. We're like the narrator, I guess, is what
Absolutely.
This means, is the narrator. Yeah. And I spoke with you earlier about my own personal business. Now, when we started E.P.I.C, a lot of the branding was done due to the beautiful work of our creator, Lisa and Lori in Durango, Colorado. Shout out to them. We had our branding, right? We had our logos, we had all that. But for my personal business, which I have had for almost 10 years now, I still am fearful to create a new logo. I almost freeze sometimes when I want to put out a social media post because I'm not sure what it is I want to express, and not sure how I express it is going to create what the customer needs. So I thank you. I can't wait to bring all my angelic experience, which is the name of my business right now, which is subject to change to you, and we're going to create something together.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know. And also with E.P.I.C, know, because I do know through the advertising that a lot of times with the small businesses that come to us, we send it off to a designer that creates the ad. They do a beautiful job, absolutely. But to have someone be able to help put that together first and really personalize that brand and hence the customer experience, what a gift that is going to be for all the business owners. I mean, thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely. And I'm so grateful for you and for every one of my clients that comes to me and trusts me with their business, because that's such a huge part of it. There is this transaction of energy and there's this transaction of creativity and of gifts. And if you're not open to that experience, to allow someone else to come and step into who you are and how you got to open your business and share that whole journey with them, you're not really going to be able to make the changes that are appropriate to really have your brand come to fruition. And that's what my podcast is about too. I wasn't going to mention it this early, but it's a perfect segue.
Perfect. Yeah, because I told you I got something for this podcast.
Yes. So I have people, I'm so excited you're going to come on, but every week currently I'm doing something a little different for the month of August because I am a Leo. My birthday was last week. So
happy birthday.
For the month of August, I've been having people, because I really do believe that small business is all about your relationships and who you allow into your small business, who you allow around you, that helps shape who you are. So that's what August was really focused on, was who helped shape me. Good. Aside from that, a typical episode drops once a week, every Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and it's a new small business owner that comes on and shares their story with me and my listeners. And I'm everywhere. I'm on Apple, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Anchor, I'm on everywhere that you can. It's called What You Said, and said is CED for Caili Elwell Designs. And I really do believe it's all about how we start to talk about ourselves, that then translates into our branding and how our customers talk about us. So it's all about word of mouth.
And that segue into the podcast is beautiful, because what I envision, I'm a very visual person, is yesterday we had Ellen Palmer from Ellen Palmer Wellness, and she spoke about being a business owner, a small business owner, and really looking at yourself, that business owner, from the health perspective, right? How this all ties together is, your health, the way you treat your body, what you put into your body is very important, because it fuels you to be who you are, and how you show up in your business and how you show up for your customers, which is something that you just touched on, the mindset, right? So to help people open up through your podcast is amazing. It's like, it's just beautiful. And I cannot wait to be a guest.
I can't wait for you to be a guest. And the one thing that makes my podcast so special too, besides the guests that come on it and share their stories, is the fact that they too we're human. So ego tends to set in sometimes. And there's always those limiting beliefs that come in. They creep in. They're always going to be in the background. But if we can have tools and resources and a support system in place to help us limit those limiting beliefs, we can conquer anything. We can create the most beautiful brand, the most beautiful, prosperous small business. And that's what I feel like makes Caili Elwell Designs so special. Is I don't tell people this often, but I'm also a holistic life coach. I don't bring that into my business so much, but sometimes when people come to me, that they're usually on the precipice of those limiting beliefs, or they're really stuck.
Right.
So they come to me and they're like, well, I don't really know where to go from here, or I don't think I'll be successful. And it's creating that relationship with my clients saying, no, you can do this, because you already are. And helping them limit those limiting beliefs is huge. And something I also always ask them is, what do you want? At the end of the day, what is it that you want for your small business? And typically I hear more followers, drive more sales, more traffic. But what I hear is status, right? Or validity. Like, we want to be valued as humans. We want to know that we're being heard. We want to be taken seriously. But that all starts with you. That all starts with the mindset. And that all starts with, what do you think about yourself? And how does that translate into your small business? So absolutely, it always, always, always goes back to, how do you view you?
Right. And I love how you just took the holistic life coach experience that you have, right? Because I too, and I think many of us in this journey, my past guest, Karen Mangine, was on, and I called her the gatherer, right? She reminded me, and I saw her picking a basket, and she was just filling her basket with these different modalities and different passions and nature and all these different pieces. And I believe we're all gatherers. You're a gatherer. You have that holistic life coaching experience and expertise within your basket. You might not be bringing it forward as your primary product or primary message, but it is a tool that you have that you can help all these other small business owners. It's like you're going to pick your gathering. You have a beautiful garden around you, and you're gathering all these tools, and you bring whatever each individual needs, because everybody's different. Every business is different. There could be a Reiki master on every corner, and there is a unique, beautiful message that each Reiki master, each Reiki practitioner reflects out, whoever it is, a unique message and service to them. And I feel that what you do through Caili Elwell Design is you create that signature. You create the brand, the brand, the visual, the story, the experience. I think it's amazing. I'm excited to be collaborating with you and working with you and Teresa and everything that we have to bring. The reason I was excited about the podcast was because Lisa, my co-publisher and co-creator, Lisa, good morning, beloved. She's in the background working the feed. Thank you. We've been talking about, okay, maybe it's time we take a look at podcasts. Maybe it's time we add that to our basket, right?
Love it.
The first thing I say is, I don't know anything about podcasts. I don't know, but here you are. You come into this tribe. You come into the community, and I know when I begin to look at podcast platforms, and if I have any questions, I can reach out to you as a part of this community we've created and say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And it really is an attestament to what we're doing together, networking. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You mentioned your beautiful little girl, Evie.
Yes.
And you're a business owner. You have a family that you're continually creating and growing. You have a business that is growing. It's beautiful. When you get a chance, everybody watching either now or after this broadcast, check out all of Caili's, the website, the podcast. We're going to share all that information in the feed. It is so professional.
Thank you.
And crisp. I guess crisp. Crisp is the word that came when I looked at the website for the first time. Like, wow, that is really cool. It's a good depiction of you, and that's what you do for our business owners and for our community. So thank you. Back to Evie. Back to Caili. How did, as we had to go within during COVID, you had mentioned that you took the experience and you created your business. But how did you take care of yourself, and how do you take care of yourself as a busy woman, entrepreneur, mom, homemaker? How do you take care of yourself?
Women are pretty amazing, aren't we?
Yes.
I think that, as devastating as COVID was for many people, I really was very blessed during that time. And I feel a little guilty saying that, but it was my time to really self-reflect. It was my time to really reinvent. And it was my time to self-evaluate. And I really took that very seriously. Having a little girl who, and having just a daughter or a child in general, and going through that shift of new motherhood definitely set in this somewhat anxiety, but really beautiful gift of, okay, I have a new identity. I can become whoever it is I want to be. And self-care was such a big part of that for me. I don't talk a lot about mental health, but mental health is such a huge part of my life. It's such a huge part of my family that I've created. It's such a huge part of everybody's life. And the way that I really am able to ground myself is through making sure, you talked about Ellen that you had on yesterday. I loved her conversation because it's so true. I switched to a plant-based diet. I had thyroid surgery in the beginning of February, so right before COVID, before we went to quarantine, I had thyroid surgery, so I had it taken out.
Wow.
So I really had to start, and I'm only 29 years old. I had to really start taking care of myself. not that I wasn't before, but I switched my diet. I have so much more energy now, and I had so much more energy to not only give to my daughter, but also to myself. And meditation is such a huge part of that. I study A Course in Miracles, which is just such a game changer for my mindset, meeting everybody, every situation, every opportunity with love versus jealousy or ego or fear or anxiety. Again, we're all human, but really creating that mindset of this is an opportunity versus this is a setback has just been such a big game changer and shift for me. But the meditation and journaling and all that, and I incorporate that into my business too for myself, because my whole business is, okay, how do I create an experience? Well, if I'm not creating an experience for my clients, there's a trust issue there. There will be a trust issue, because if I'm not exemplifying what it is that I teach, how am I able to really truly teach it to others?
Right.
So I'm always thinking about my business, and that's what fills my cup is this business. And I really truly believe that once you find something that you're willing to do morning, noon, night, in the middle of the night, like I wake up at 4 a.m. sometimes. I'm like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And my business partner, which we'll talk about in a minute, Teresa, we're constantly emailing each other back and forth. And it's just, there's this energy now around me where it's good and it's positive and it's light. And I just knew that I was meant to come into this energy at some point in my life. And I'm so happy that it's now.
I am so happy that it's now. We are so happy that it's now. And we're so grateful that, that the COVID, was the catalyst. Of course it was being nurtured a long time under the surface, but yay, you're here. And I'm so grateful that you are. Tell us a little bit about Teresa.
Yes. So Elwell and Nat. So we took our last names. We also sound like a crime fighting show, but that's okay. But Elwell and Nat, we are setting a mission to help brand New England. She and I are East Coasters at heart. And she is, as I'm sure many people have seen or know Teresa, she's a beautiful, brilliant photographer, videographer, and digital designer herself. And our businesses just really complemented each other. So we're still keeping our businesses as entities and as separate entities, but bringing them together just made total sense. I mean, we didn't just click professionally, we clicked personally as well. Like, she's one of my really good friends now.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
And it's been such a beautiful journey, and there's so much on the horizon that she and I are really excited to start sharing with people. And that's all I'm going to say about it right now. But you can definitely, if any small business is interested, you can listen to my podcast episode with her to learn more about her. I think she was my second or fourth episode. And then on each of our websites, we do have a page called Elwell and Nat, and you can learn about our packages that we offer for small businesses as well.
And you know that we're going to have Teresa and yourself back as a crime duo. Right. the duo. Back to talk more in depth about the business that you've created together. And I'm excited for that also to be part of the E.P.I.C community and the assets that we're providing to small businesses. That we're just, yes, we thrive on sharing all the holistic tools and spirituality and sustainability. Absolutely. That is the heart of E.P.I.C. But when it comes down to it, we also want to be the asset to the small business owner, to help them connect with people, to help them leverage their business through design, brand, advertising, whatever it may be, networking. So that really is, your energy is at the heart and core of the mission of E.P.I.C.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know. And I appreciate Teresa bringing us together.
Yes.
As we begin to wrap up, because the time goes by so quickly, we can talk forever. I appreciate you being flexible with me and coming on at 9:30. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for being so honest and open about your journey and sharing about your beautiful daughter and how you take care of yourself and her. I want, when it comes to, I'm a book lover, and I spoke yesterday with Ellen about books, and I think that I'm being drawn to ask you. And I know the Course in Miracle. I love the Course in Miracles. Remind me, I have a group. I don't know if you're in any groups, but there's a group that I'm affiliated with for A Course in Miracles. They meet every Monday. Mm-hmm. I can give you that information in an email. But what book is feeding you right now? Are you reading anything? What's feeding you?
So, I recently got a book, and I think it's called Road Trips. This is not one of the books that I've told you about, but as far as something that feeds my soul, I mean, I studied tourism. Travel is such a big, big part of who I am at my core. Really immersing in other cultures, really immersing in other people's businesses and supporting local is such a huge platform of mine. So there's actually this book that I picked up at LL Bean called, I think it's called Road Trips, or How to Document Your Road Trips. I'll give you all the information so you can post it. But just craving, right? So much through COVID and through quarantine and through being so cautious. I've just been craving so much to just get out there and see people again and experience their businesses, and to start documenting that with Teresa. So that's really been feeding my soul. I stay up late at night and I'm able to flip through this book of just this woman's road trips and how she documented them. And it's really beautiful to see someone else's perspective on experiencing America.
Love it. Love it. That is a great segue. At 11 o'clock today, and I had told you, and thank you for being flexible, we have a guest coming live from Italy. Donatella Moltisanti, I believe. I'll have it correct by 11 o'clock. But she's coming on, and again, it is a great example of the blurred boundaries that this recent turn of events has taken and has gifted us with. There's no boundaries anymore, Donatella's in Italy, and she'll be joining us live on Epic Interviews. It amazes me how fast and how quickly our community is growing. So, you have to check her out. She's beautiful.
I will.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you again, my dear. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for doing all that you do.
Thank you so much.
And again, please, if you're interested in talking with Caili about, creating that brand for yourself or whatever you need, I'm sure Caili can help you or point you in the right direction when it comes to creating that customer experience for your passion, for your purpose, and hence creating prosperity. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And everybody, please, today I'm going to sign off as usual, but I'm going to be back at 11. Be safe in all that you do. Be true to yourself and stay true to yourself and your authentic self. Stay tuned at 11 o'clock today for another special guest. Thank you again, my friend.
Thank you.
Much love to everybody. Peace out, Epic Scout. See you in a little while. Bye. Oh, and thank you, my beloved Lisa. I forgot. Lisa, co-publisher, co-creator. Thank you for being here with us in the stream. Talk to you later. Bye.